All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from California High School for a boys basketball matchup featuring the Plum Mustangs and your California Trojans. So tonight, this is kind of more like a game that was just thrown together with the Trojans here and the Mustangs.
Yes, both their games got canceled tonight due to COVID, and we're going to be in for a good one here. There is a huge size difference here between both teams. You see everybody on the Plum side is 6 foot and above, and California only has 2 players standing over 6 foot, in Peyton Conti and Corey Frick. But normally us three up here would be down there on the court, but we are not there tonight, and we wish the best of luck to the Trojans here.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we have, as Damani mentioned, the height difference. You know, the Mustang starting 5 includes a senior who is 6'1", a senior who is 5'9", so that's probably the shortest you'll see tonight, and a senior who is 6 foot, another senior who is 6 foot, and a junior who is 6'5". So that's going to be interesting how the Trojans big man can match up with that guy.
Yes, definitely, and that's going to be up to Corey Frick and Peyton Conti to be able to box out and get rebounds tonight, and that's where the game's going to be won, is just who can out-rebound who here.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And we also have a special guest, as you just heard. Jaden Zuzak here is with us tonight. So we should be in for a good one here, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned. We're going to have a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be back.
State Farm agent Dax Thomas is a proud supporter of the California boys and girls basketball teams and the title sponsor of Trojan TV broadcasts. Stop by Dax's new office located across from the Cal U football stadium on Route 88 for a free quote on your home, auto, and life insurance. Dax and his team have over 80 years of experience in the insurance industry and would be glad to help with any needs you may have. Dax Thomas, State Farm Insurance, 724-938-3060. Family owned and operated since 1989, AMD Industries treats over 150 million gallons of water per day of acid mine drainage. AMD Industries creates jobs and employs local community members. AMD Industries, John and Linda Franco, are a proud supporter of Trojans basketball and Trojan TV. Visit amdindustriesinc.com or call 724-938-2657. The Bagaitis family is proud to support the California Area High School basketball program and Trojan TV. Thank you, Bagaitis family. Check out her new office at 304 3rd Street in California. Attorney Lisa Boudet is a proud supporter of Trojans basketball and Trojan TV, specializing in deeds, wills, estates, and workers' compensation. Visit boudetlaw.com for more information. Lisa J. Boudet, helping people just like you. Call 724-938-1355. Erie Insurance, the Mariscotti Insurance Agency, is located on 3rd Street in downtown California. Stop by their friendly office for a quote on home, auto, and life insurance. Call 724-938-9302. Erie Insurance, above all, in service. Mariscotti Funeral Home, also located in California, is a proud sponsor of the Trojans basketball season this year. Mariscotti Funeral Home, 724-938-2210. Get your pure Pennsylvania maple syrup made right here in Cole Center. Check out Rosel's Maple on Facebook for store locations and pickup arrangements. You can also call or text 724-986-0631. Rosel's Maple in West Pike Run Township. For your hardwood pellet needs, Mon Valley Wood Pellets has you covered. Selling premium product made in Greene County, Mon Valley Wood Pellets has excellent pricing. Call 724-986-0631 to arrange a pickup. Mon Valley Wood Pellets, located in California off Route 88. Attorney Mitch Mitchell, your trusted attorney, now accepting new clients. 724.
By meeting the challenge of sportsmanship in the stands, you are providing a sound example for students, as well as representing your community and school with dignity and pride. Booing, taunting, or intimidating officials and opponents is unacceptable behavior. Please give the athletes your positive encouragement and support. California High School extends to everyone a positive, exciting, and meaningful experience. And remember the WIPIO motto, sportsmanship The only missing piece is you. Tonight we welcome our visiting team, the Plum Mustangs. At this time, would you please rise, and gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America and honor freedom with the playing of our national anthem.
Attorney Mitch Mitchell, your trusted attorney, now accepting new clients. 724-785-4600. Specializing in bankruptcy, estate matter, and general practice of law. Conveniently located in Brownsville, Uniontown, and Washington. Visit facebook.com/Herbert Mitchell Law. Now scheduling teleclients and virtual appointments through the website and social media. Wishing the California Trojans much success this season. As an avid basketball fan and player, Mitch is happy to see the season continue for our high school athletes. Attorney Mitch Mitchell. It's always a low price at Solomon Auto, with 4 locations, including Carmichael's, Masontown, and 2 stores in Brownsville. Selling GMC, Buick, Chevrolet, Jeep, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Ford. Solomon Auto, family-owned and operated since 1993. Proudly supporting Trojan basketball and Trojan TV. Visit solomonauto.com.
Nathan O. Savage. A senior, number 5, Matt Trunzo. And a junior, number 1, Hunter Assad. Head coach is Aaron Ball. He's assisted by Wally Hall and Lou Russell.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we are. We are set now. Sorry for the sponsors taking a little long there, but we are now set for this matchup.
And I'm not sure I totally agree with Coach Aaron Balla here not starting junior Corey Frick here tonight. And he probably needed him, especially going against this team that has a lot of height on them.
For sure, and I mean, Matt Trunzo, he can be an aggressive player, but he also can be a very passive player.
Yes.
But Peyton Conti and Killinger there at half court looks pretty intimidating to me.
Getting ready for the tip-off.
And Killinger wins that one pretty easily as they're doing a redo there.
As, the referee kind of threw it to Killinger a little bit.
So Peyton Conti here gets another shot at this. As he wins it there, and Acid there gets the ball, finds Conti cross half court.
And I'm very interested to see how Hunter Assad will do here tonight.
And yeah, this is his first game here at California High School.
As a Trojan, he did very good last year playing point guard for the Brownsville Falcons and coming over here across the bridge.
Conti's 3 ball off the mark by just a hair. Acid over jumps the rebound.
And Moss will get that.
3 ball there, no good. Killinger gets the board, gets some of his triple team there, and now he's going to the free throw line for 2.
California's going to have to make that not a problem all night.
Yeah,
as they are the smaller team out there.
Yeah, and we talked about that tonight about how California is going to have to rebound. Whoever rebounds the most here tonight will win this game.
Yeah, for sure. You have Killinger there in the paint, who's 6'5", and the tallest guy on California's team is Peyton Conti, standing at 6'3". So there's a pretty decent height difference there.
Yes, especially with Matt Trunzo being in there, and I'm not exactly sure how tall Matt is. I'd probably guess like 6 foot.
Trunzo is 6'1". As Plum now is in a full court press. Trojans move the ball on the floor fairly quick. Conti falling out of bounds, throws that away. Means drives there into the paint and steps back out. Elects to reset, pass there to Motolo. Porter on Means. Motolo, Acid guarding him pretty tightly. Killinger and Conti with the battle in the paint. Conti wins that battle with a tight defense as Killinger loses his handle and throws it out of bounds.
That's what the Trojans are going to have to try to do all night. Play good, solid defense.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Trojans are definitely going to have to be able to break this press here.
As Savage's pass is to Quandre, hit out of bounds. So in the game against Monessen, Hunter Acid actually had 18 points in his debut there, as finds Savage in the paint, and it's good for 2. Great pass there by Quandre Porter.
Yeah,
made a really good cut. Lost his defender behind, got the easy layup.
As Motolo brings it up floor here, tries to find Killinger there in the paint, doesn't. Quick ball movement, 3 ball there, no good there from Max Malosi, I apologize. It's Peyton Conti there at the board. So Trojans here seem to be playing smart, slow basketball, trying to break their press that the Mustangs are putting on them, as Trunzo's pick is not very effective.
Yeah, and everybody's battling down there, and we call them the trenches here.
Down in the trenches, as Acid's 3 ball is no good off the backboard. As the Trojans seem to be applying a little front court pressure, as
can't leave that open.
Yeah, 3 ball is no good there from Motolo.
But yeah, if you get left open like that, we talk about it all the time, that you have to knock down those wide open shots if you want to win a basketball game.
Yeah, that's almost a gimme. As Conti drives in, finds Trunzo. Trunzo loses his handle.
Yeah, and that one just Trunzo kicked it off his own foot.
So Matt Trunzo, off to an all right start. Just that one play, losing his handle there from that pass from Conti. As Malosi gets the ball there to Killinger. Killinger to number 2. Number 2, Connor Moss in there for the easy lay-in. Savage dribbling around. They are in a tight man defense here. Savage just step back off the mark, off the side of the rim.
Yeah, and Savage had Moss dancing there a little bit.
Yeah, and
we know Nathan Savage to be that type of ball handler too. He can definitely handle the ball very well.
Nathan O'Savage does have very good handles, and he can keep his dribble through a lot of traffic. As Motolo drives in, and 1 bucket, good for Motolo as he goes to the line for an and 1.
And that was a good move and take there by him as well.
Was that not an and 1?
I think they called an offensive foul on that.
Oh, wow. As Trunzo brings the ball up the floor with no help, finds Savage. Savage's 3 ball is good. Bang from deep.
And that would put the Trojans up by 1. Nathan Savage is also a very good shooter, and he has all 5 points here for the Trojans tonight.
He's definitely going to need to think about taking some more shots rather than passing. He's one of the most elite scorers on the California Trojans team, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. He is a very good scorer. He's not scared to get on there and be as we say, a big body.
For surely.
Yeah, and he's definitely a team player as well too.
As Conti, second year Conti, playing pretty good as he gets trapped there and is forced to travel. So Conti, actually in his second year of playing basketball ever, last year he averaged a pretty good amount, or a healthy amount of points. He came out and actually started a lot of the games last year and contributed pretty big.
Definitely was a very big contributor to that team.
As there's an alley-oop there.
That was a good find there by Connor Moss.
Had a couple more inches, he might have thrown it down on him.
That would have been one mean dunk. As Porter's 3-ball is bank's open.
The bank is open tonight.
And the Trojans are staying in this game with a couple of threes.
So as we've also said, as Savage, as Connor Means puts up a 3-ball of his own.
That's Connor Moss there that put up the 3.
Sorry. Yeah, Connor Moss. But as we said, Nathan O'Savage is a pretty elite shooter. Quandre Porter is right up there with him. As the foul is committed there on Max Melosi.
And this game is definitely going to start getting physical. You can tell it's a very tight game here with 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and the Mustangs are only up by 1.
Yeah, as Killinger comes out and number 0, William Brewer subs in. So Plum coming all the way from Pittsburgh to here to Little California is a pretty long hike for them. So I feel like they'd be a little disappointed if they came here and lost. So I feel like they're going to keep playing with this intense energy for most of this game as Conti has the ball in the corner. Trunzo finds Acid. Acid's 3-ball seems a little short. It is short. O'Savage with the rebound. No good.
That was a great hustle by Nathan O'Savage to get the offensive board right there.
As Matolo's pull-up jumper's good there. As you see, Conti grab the ball immediately and just throw it back in. And Corey Frick seems to be coming off the bench as it's a circus shot there from Nathan O'Savage as he gets his own rebound. Conti now has possession of the ball. Trunzo looking like he wants to pull up there from the volleyball line.
Yeah, we know Trunzo just to be a defensive player, and he's basically in there to be a Dennis Rodman, basically. And
a big body.
Yes.
As he gets the ball there at the elbow. Nathan O'Savage on the backdoor cut. Pull-up jumper, good.
And that was a good bucket there by senior Nathan
O'Savage.
As
he looked up to us after he made the bucket.
Double dribble there seems to be on Alex Matolo. So as Corey Frick here checks into the game for Trunzo, wearing his white arm sleeve.
I talked to Nathan O'Savage earlier today, and I told him that he should try to go and take more shots, and that seems like what he's doing at the beginning of this game so far.
Yeah, for sure. And now that Corey Frick's here in the game as he finds Porter for the wide open layup.
Good.
It's good. Porter with 5 points, and the Trojans are up here by 1 in the first quarter.
Like Porter was still doing his wide receiver stance there and lost Means there.
3-ball by Connor Moss is good. Moss now with the second 3 of the game. As Corey Frick is down floor, already taking a big body and a blocking foul.
I don't know if I agree with that one.
It looked like a little bit of a travel there by Corey Frick.
Yeah, right at the California on the top of your screen there. Seemed like a little bit of a travel.
I think they're going to have to take him out for foul trouble, and they're losing a really big body in there for that.
Yeah,
great
absolutely.
Rebounder inside.
As a pass there from Acid, it's deflected out of bounds by Connor Moss, and he tries to pick it back up, and he's already out of bounds. So Alex Matola brings the ball to the floor here. Tight defense there. Killinger inside. Big height difference, as we've said.
That's a good block there by junior Corey Frick.
A big turnover there. Great block from Corey Frick. And a big turnover there for Plum. So Trojans now get possession here with 1:42 left here in the first.
Yeah, and that's what Corey Frick has to do as well. He has to be able to defend those bigger players.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, he's done a great job with it. I've had the privilege to play with him for 2 years. And as Killinger's blocked there, Nathan O'Savage hits his head pretty hard off the ground. And he gets up right away. Hopefully he is okay. Big block there by Killinger.
That's a really good pass by the senior Peyton Conti, the big man.
Peyton Conti, he's a very deceiving player. He
does it again.
Corey Frick's layup just a little too hard off the backboard. But as I was saying, Peyton Conti, he's a very deceiving player. You know, he looks like a big, but he can really play like a guard. As there's an over-the-back foul, it seems to be. They're committed by Connor Moss.
Yeah, and you saw a lot in that Monessen game. Peyton Conti brought the ball up, and he was even hitting threes from the volleyball line, which is very surprising.
Yeah, Peyton Conti is not scared to shoot as Nathan Savage drops the defender off and brings the ball to four. Great pass up to Conti. Conti is good. What a great play.
Beautiful play by the Trojans.
Yeah, and that's what Nathan Savage can also do. He's a phenomenal passer and scorer at the same time.
So Plum got an alley-oop, and the Trojans responded with their
own. That's a steal by Porter.
Porter takes it all the way down with Killinger on his back. Almost sends it off the backboard, but Porter's bucket's good.
Yeah, and Killinger was trying to pull a little bit of a LeBron James.
A little LeBron James chase-down block action there with 53 left here in the first. Killinger eyeing up Frick here. Moss thought it with the three ball. Killinger inside the paint on Frick. And it's good for the little
and that was
fadeaway.
That was great defense there by Corey Frick. It's just that Killinger just has a couple inches over him.
Yeah, that was a great, Kobe fadeaway. Kobe is famous for that. Acid drives in, finds Conti in the corner. Frick down there in the corner there. Conti gonna run the clock out, looks like. With 2 seconds left, his shot's no good. So going into the second quarter now, it is 16-16, and we would like to thank our sponsors, title sponsor, Dax Thomas, State Farm Insurance, Lisa Boudet, attorney at law, Roswell's Maple and Mon Valley Wood Pellets, the Kearns family, AMD Industries, John and Linda Franco, the Bagaitis family, Solomon Auto Shop, Mariscotti Erie Insurance and Mariscotti Funeral Home, attorney Mitch Mitchell, Frick's Fan Club, the Frosty Frolic. Get ready for the California Area School Districts Foundation annual fundraiser, the Frosty Frolic, but it's looking a little different this year. It's going virtual. Start getting your ideas for video submissions together. More information is coming soon. And a message from the Frick's Fan Club. Frick's Fan Club from California, Cranberry in Arlington, Texas. Go Trojans. So the first quarter of play here was pretty good. I'd say, a good display of basketball on both sides.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that, Jordan. I think most people should be pleasantly surprised that the Trojans are tied up with Plum after the first quarter. Hopefully they can keep it up.
And you guys have both got the opportunity to get coached by Coach Aaron Balla. How do you think he's responding to his team here right now, being tied against a school that's way bigger, and they're 5A school? So how do you think he's responding to his team?
Personally, I think he's down there telling his team that they're playing great defense and to keep it up.
He's definitely probably just encouraging them to keep doing what they're doing, because obviously what they're doing is working right now.
Yeah, they are playing very great defense. They've given up a couple three balls, but who doesn't in a basketball game? That's the whole point of the game.
Yeah.
So the same five that are actually no, Conti's out right now, and Trunzo's back in.
Yeah, and as you can see, the Trojans really. Their bench is very young. They have a lot of freshmen and sophomores here.
They really only run one main sub, and that's Corey Frick.
Yeah, and if the game's getting out of hands, they'll sub in, Don Martini, Aiden Loud, and Caden Powell.
Drew Thomas.
Yeah, Drew Thomas, and there's two freshmen that play, Spencer Petrucci and Noah Neal. And they'll sub those kids in occasionally as well. Three ball there from Moss. Moss just cannot miss from deep down tonight, as that is his third three of the night.
Yeah, and he pulled that a little deep.
He was at least 2 feet off the line there.
Moss now the leading scorer in the game with 11 points.
As number 33, Seth Farvero, commits the foul there on Trunzo.
And I'm very surprised on how this Trojans team responded with the loss of Malik Ramsey and Cochise Ryan, and also the loss of right now Jaden Zuzak, who did not play this year because of opportunities he's going to be given here in the next couple of months.
As much as I'd love to be down there, I have other things to worry about, but it's not that I didn't want to play. It's a great team, great coaches.
Yeah, and I mean, Malik Ramsey averaging had to have been in the 20s as Porter gets his dribble taken away there by Means. Means seems to be a pretty good player himself, so that's a pretty good matchup. But as I was saying, Ramsey averaging, had to be in the 20s last year.
Pretty sure it was 23 something.
Yeah, falling short there as Killinger with an easy lay-in.
I honestly thought Killinger was just going to turn around and jump up and dunk it.
As Trunzo's wide open down there, pump fakes Means out of the gym, and Trunzo puts it in for the easy layup.
That's a really nice pump fake. Fundamental basketball right there by Trunzo.
Yeah, if Trunzo would have put that up, it would have got sent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, Trunzo is not a very big scorer. He doesn't have many big point games to his name.
Yeah, and we said that earlier, that Trunzo's there to basically be a Dennis Rodman, get rebounds and play defense here for the California Trojans.
Means in the corner, given space there as the Trojans are in a 3-2 defense. That's one of their main defenses they run. As Means in the paint, pump fake, passes out to Matola. Matola's three ball's off the mark. Frick with a good battle with Favreau over there. And Frick ends up winning that battle when it's Trojans ball as Plum is up pressing
Frick
too.
just threw it right at him, and it hit off of number 33.
Corey Frick has really evolved as a player. He came in 8th grade, first year playing basketball, and now he's the 6th man here his junior season at California. Nathan O'Savage, as we've said, very shifty basketball player there. As it's very hard to predict, too, as Favreau takes the ball on the floor, loses his dribble, and Porter dives out of bounds, and that stays Plum ball. So that seemed to hurt the Trojans more than benefit them as
But one thing you can say, though, is the Trojans are definitely hustling. Both teams are. You don't normally see that when teams are diving on the ground for a ball.
Yeah, you don't see that much in high school basketball, to be honest. As Killinger's ball is no good, as you saw Means
try to go up for the putback a little bit.
Yeah.
So if I'm the California Trojans, I'm watching my head a little bit.
Yeah. Hunter Assad burns his defender up the floor, and they get the ball. They get the ball in their zone. So Assad sizing up his defender there. Porter seeming to have trouble keep his hand on the ball tonight.
It's pretty good defense by Plum right now.
Yeah, as California just can't seem to find a shot.
And Porter with a three ball. Porter's three ball short, off the mark.
What a save by Frick, though.
And
another three ball.
Just three ball.
It's good.
And that one.
Got a lucky bounce.
That one goes in and out there.
Yeah, Nathan Savage has definitely came here to play tonight. Now with 10 points for the California Trojans as we're now tied 21-21.
If the Trojans want to win, he's got to keep taking shots.
And I definitely agree, as there's an illegal screen called.
So Plum has been pressing this entire first half as Trunzo's wide open down there and rolls it up and in, almost rolled out.
Yeah, that was very close there for Matt Trunzo. He was just a little shocked to be that wide open.
That's about the 5th time I've seen Matt just standing down there and no one even close to him.
And that's a good block there by senior Peyton Conti.
Like I said, Peyton Conti is a monster in the paint, but he's also a lights-out shooter. So he's a very versatile player. He can be played anywhere on the floor. As you see Frick now playing in the guard position. As he's now down in the paint. Acid's three ball seems to be short. No good. And that
one looked like to be off Moss down there, but they'll say it was off number 25, Corey Frick.
I think the Trojans are kind of throwing up more threes than they need to. It's a tie game. They need to just try to settle for easier shots, I think.
Yeah,
I think they're trying to match Plum on all their threes.
And not even that. If I'm the California Trojans and I see people that are 6'5", 6'4" down there in the paint, they might be a little bit intimidated.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, Savage is he's not scared to take his dribble into the paint, and maybe seeing that size matchup there with Killinger down there in the paint, maybe he is a little nervous to go in there. So Coach Aaron Balla, assisted by Lou Pasquale and Wally Balla, Coach Balla has only been coaching for 3 years now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has been.
Well, 3.5 because he came in.
The head coach for 3.
Yeah. So, he's really changed this program from what it was. We kind of have, in California, there's like a winning tradition now, and actually a lot of sports. So I'm glad to see that with all sports, though, and now especially basketball.
We'll see Corey Frick take on the guard, Means, number 11, as the California Trojans were in a full-court press there.
So Corey Frick switches off Tarasi Means there. As there's a big block by Corey Frick.
He had no idea but to sit there and celebrate for a little bit.
Yeah, that was a good block, clutch block, as Matola inbounds the ball. Trunzo on Means. Moss's 3 ball is off the mark. And there's a foul committed by Frick as Favreau just comes in there and kind of
gets the rebound over Peyton Conti and Corey Frick.
Yeah.
If you're the Trojans, you can't let that happen. There's about 4 Trojan defenders in the paint, and somehow he was able to just squeeze right through all of them and get his own board.
And his first free throw roll.
We talked about that last night when the Lady Trojans played the Lady Eagles here, and we said that second chance buckets cannot be allowed, and that's what the Trojans are allowing right now.
Yeah, especially in a close game like this, where it's a one possession game. It's been a one possession game this from the rip. So
yes.
These free throws are going to be huge towards the end of the game.
As the Mustangs will definitely back off of their full court press.
Savage finds Acid there in the paint. Acid trying to get out of it. He can't. He finds Savage again, and they elect to reset as Trunzo tries to set a screen. Little pick and roll. Great pass there by Savage. Trunzo driving in. Layup no good. And rebound there by Moss.
Matt Trunzo just trying to take it himself there as he was open a couple times on a pick and roll.
He had a good look there. It just didn't go down.
Yeah, as Matt Trunzo is charged for his second foul being that.
And Trunzo's the only one with fouls for the California Trojans here tonight.
So right now, Conti's in for Porter as Porter needs to just catch a breather. And there's another block by Corey Frick.
That's something we said. Corey Frick is a good defender down low.
He is not scared of defenders as he guards Moss, and Favreau's shot's good for long too.
Yeah, Corey Frick is a very tall player, and he's very long.
Very aggressive, in the paint, and he's not scared to shoot the ball as well. As a backdoor cut there by Peyton Conti doesn't go as planned, as a Hunter Acid plan there. And Acid taking charge here. As you hear Coach Aaron Balla down there screaming the play out.
And we have seen Nathan Savage just go right at whoever's guarding him, and that's what he's still doing here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and there's another foul there on Connor Moss. So Connor Moss is going to take a seat for a little bit as Tarasi Means is going to come back in. As there is some scoreboard discrepancies down there. Trying to get them solved out with John O'Brien down there.
Yeah, John O'Brien messed up a couple times last night as well, and she's still doing it.
And the only reason I said that was because she came up here and called me out about it last night, so I had to do it again to her. So the Trojans ultimately are playing very good basketball with 1:58 here left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, this is a very low-scoring game here. We're not used to this. As the Trojans, I think, scored either 71 or 72 in the opener of the season against Monessen.
As both teams are going to respectively head to their benches. We're going to have a quick word from our sponsors once again. Title sponsor, Dax Thomas, State Farm Insurance, Lisa Boudet, Attorney at Law, Roswell's Maple and Mon Valley Wood Pellets, The Kearns Family, AMD Industries, John and Linda Franco, The Bagaitis Family, Solomon Auto Group, Mariscotti Erie Insurance, and the Mariscotti Funeral Home, Attorney Mitch Mitchell, Frick's Fan Club, The Frosty Frolic. Get ready for the California Area School District Foundation's annual fundraiser, the Frosty Frolic, but it's looking a little different this year. It's going virtual. Start getting your ideas for video submissions together. More information is coming soon. And a special message from Frick's Fan Club. Frick's Fan Club from California Cranberry in Arlington, Texas. Go Trojans. So I think we can tell whose fan club that is, as Corey Frick is still on the floor there.
Yes, and I know the Frick family very well, and they're very proud of their son here tonight and what he's become and how good he's doing right now.
As Frick finds O'Savage there on the inbound, and O'Savage putting Matolo on skates, step back three ball, no good. As now it's
that's a steal there by Nathan O'Savage.
O'Savage loses his handle, but saves it in as Trunzo gets the ball. Finds O'Savage in the paint. Great hustle there by Nathan O'Savage.
And
saving the ball and then getting back in the play.
Yes, that was a good transition there by the California Trojans. You can tell in our voices that we're a little bit excited here for it.
As the Trojans go up 2. So Moss there looking to pull up. Doesn't. As Means goes in with a nasty Euro step and is fouled. There, and he's going to the line.
And that one's going to be on number 25, Corey Frick, and he's not very enthused with that call.
Yeah, Corey Frick, looked visibly upset with that call down there.
He went straight up against Means.
Means his first free throw is off the front of the rim. And number 44, Max Killinger, or Nick Killinger, I apologize, comes back into the game. Second free throw is good as Peyton Conti grabs it and immediately gets it back out. So Hunter Acid, he gets the ball stripped there. And no good.
That's a good rebound
there. And that's not so good of a pass.
As it sailed out of bounds and Trunzo tried to save it. But as I was saying, Acid coming from Brownsville last year, coming into this program and being a starter right away is pretty impressive. He has some pretty good talent.
Yes, as you can see, his little bit of quarterback action there trying to throw Matt Trunzo the ball.
Catch that next year on Trojan TV, actually.
Yeah.
Good to see our football team in action. As Killinger drives to the bucket, passes out there to Williams, or Brewer, I apologize. As time ticks down, 30 seconds on the clock. Trojans up 1 right now. Plum going to try to get the last shot here as
it's almost stolen by Conti.
Little miscommunication there between Means and Killinger. As they seem to be in there just like chew clock kind of offense here. As clock's ticking down, and a blocking foul looked like to be on Acid there.
It's honestly a good call. It saved the Trojans from getting scored on by 2 points.
Yes, as we do see the Mustangs are just trying to waste time here and get the last shot of the half.
Their coach can't be happy.
No, he's probably very upset.
Yes, as you know that Plum is way bigger than
As a shooter,
Cal.
Moss goes up. No good. Frick with the rebound. He's just going to hold it. And that is your first half of basketball. Trojans 25. Plum 24. So this is a surprise to all of us. A 5A against a practical 1A school. They are 2A in basketball, but most other sports they are single A.
We're 1A in basketball now.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm very surprised as well. And if I'm the coach for the Mustangs, I'm going to be very upset with my team.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have an interview from Coach Aaron Balla here in a couple minutes. We're going to have a quick word from our season sponsors. We'll be right back.
State Farm agent Dax Thomas is a proud supporter of the California boys and girls basketball teams and the title sponsor of Trojan TV broadcasts. Stop by Dax's new office located across from the Cal U football stadium on Route 88 for a free quote on your home, auto, and life insurance. Dax and his team have over 80 years of experience in the insurance industry and would be glad to help with any needs you may have. Dax Thomas, State Farm Insurance, 724-938-3060. Family owned and operated since 1989, AMD Industries treats over 150 million gallons of water per day of acid mine drainage. AMD Industries creates jobs and employs local community members. AMD Industries, John and Linda Franco, are a proud supporter of Trojans basketball and Trojan TV. Visit amdindustriesinc.com or call 724-938-2657. The Bagaitis family is proud to support the California area high school basketball program and Trojan TV. Thank you, Bagaitis family. Check out her new office at 304 3rd Street in California. Attorney Lisa Boudet is a proud supporter of Trojans basketball and Trojan TV, specializing in deeds, wills, estates, and workers' compensation. Visit boudetlaw.com for more information. Lisa J. Boudet, helping people just like you. Call 724-938-1355. Erie Insurance, the Mariscotti Insurance Agency, is located on 3rd Street in downtown California. Stop by their friendly office for a quote on home, auto, and life insurance. Call 724-938-9302. Erie Insurance, above all, in service. Mariscotti Funeral Home, also located in California, is a proud sponsor of the Trojans basketball season this year. Mariscotti Funeral Home, 724-938-2210. Get your pure Pennsylvania maple syrup made right here in Cole Center. Check out Rosel's Maple on Facebook for store locations and pickup arrangements. You can also call or text 724-986-0631. Rosel's Maple in West Pike Run Township. For your hardwood pellet needs, Mon Valley Wood Pellets has you covered. Selling premium product made in Greene County, Mon Valley Wood Pellets has excellent pricing. Call 724-986-0631 to arrange a pickup. Mon Valley Wood Pellets, located in California off Route 88. Attorney Mitch Mitchell, your trusted attorney, now accepting new clients. 724-785-4600. Specializing in bankruptcy, estate matter, and general practice of law. Conveniently located in Brownsville, Uniontown, and Washington. Visit facebook.com/Herbert Mitchell Law. Now scheduling teleclients and virtual appointments through the website and social media. Wishing the California Trojans much success this season. As an avid basketball fan and player, Mitch is happy to see the season continue for our high school athletes. Attorney Mitch Mitchell. It's always a low price at Solomon Auto, with 4 locations, including Carmichael's, Masontown, and 2 stores in Brownsville. Selling GMC, Buick, Chevrolet, Jeep, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Ford. Solomon Auto, family owned and operated since 1993. Proudly supporting Trojan basketball and Trojan TV. Visit solomonauto.com.
So, Coach Balla, you're very close here with Plum, a 5A school. How do you feel with your guys right now?
Very happy. I think they're playing very well, and they're executing what we've talked about, doing the little things, and putting it forth in momentum, which is helping us.
And senior Nathan Savage here with almost 12 points here, and he's doing very well in carrying your team here tonight. How do you expect he's going to do here in the second half?
Nate's just a natural leader. I think he's going to take over if he wants to, but we're kind of preaching that team mentality this year, and they've been working very selfless to help each other out. So I know if he can get streaky like he did last week against Monessen, it'll really help us. But he's been playing very well, so he puts up his points when he can. Playing tough defense.
Thank you, Coach. I'll let you get back to the game.
Thank you.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry that took a little longer than expected, but you missed the bucket by Means there. Easy layup on the inside. As a foul by Trunzo is committed, and you see the Plum bench getting all fired up.
They need some energy to get back into this game. I mean, they're not out of it, but mentally, they're definitely, they have to be down.
Yeah, you hear a lot of energy here coming off the Plum bench.
Max Malosi gets 2 free throws, sinks his first one.
The Trojans can't let this energy affect anything they've been doing. They got to keep playing hard and playing good defense like they've been in the first half if they want to win the game.
And Plum is already off to a pretty hot streak now.
That's Hunter Assad will bring the ball up the court.
Conti wanted the 3 but passed up on it.
As we will see junior Corey Freck sitting here to start the second half. And that's surprising considering the defense he was playing.
As Plum is playing very tight man-to-man defense. As Savage drives in, step back, long 2, no good. Rebound by Belosi. Fast-paced offense here from Plum. Means his layup, no good. Rebound there by Moss. Moss blocked by Conti. Conti blocked again. Peyton Conti with 2 blocks there. As Porter finds Assad down there. Assad finds Trunzo. Trunzo up and in.
And Trunzo has been getting a lot of those open looks there down low, and he's been executing very well, and that's good for him.
How about those 2 blocks by Conti, though? As he couldn't get another one, but
as Killinger puts one up. There's a little bit of a height difference on that one, so little tougher for him to do.
Conti's playing excellent defense down low.
With those 2 back-to-back blocks, that was huge as Porter found Hunter Acid down there on the other end. So Trunzo trying to find another man. Savage drives in the lane. Layup rolls in and out as he's pretty furious about that one. So he's hustling back on D.
It looked for a minute that
3 ball off
Savage was just going to go down and dunk it a little bit.
Yeah. Malosi, they're playing volleyball on the backboard there as Killinger finally puts it up and in.
Trojans cannot afford to let those easy mistakes.
And Assad stop up jumper there as it goes in.
Yeah, and that's his first points here tonight.
Coach Balla needs to call a timeout, I think.
Yeah, the Plum just came out firing, and California was not expecting that at all.
Plum right now is running the Trojans out of the gym, and it's not looking good. They need to regroup and find their tempo back as Assad dribbles down looking for a screen. And Porter is resetting the play there. Trunzo missed the Hunter Acid back door. Porter's 3 balls good from deep.
And now that's 10 points there for senior number 3, Quandre Porter.
So that's 2 players in the Trojans tonight in double digits as Malosi puts one up off the backboard.
And if I'm Coach Aaron Ball, I'm switching that right now. He is just down there bullying Matt Trunzo, and that's just because of the size difference.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at Malosi, he's buff, like big dude.
Yeah.
Down there, and Trunzo, I mean, he's big, but not that big.
Yeah, he has him on height and size just a little bit.
As Porter projected his pass. And there's a reach and foul as you see Nathan O'Savage getting hype at the bottom of your screen there. Or sorry, that was just hit out of bounds, wasn't a foul. Matt misses a wide open Peyton Conti there in the paint and elects to find O'Savage here. So Moss on O'Savage. Quandre's 3-ball, no good.
Yeah, he just looked to just chuck it up there.
Rebound by Hunter Acid. Porter
Almost gets the
again.
N1.
And yeah, almost gets the N1, going to line for 2.
He thought he turned into Stephen Curry for a second there.
That would have been 2 huge shots for him and for the California Trojans if he would have knocked that down.
For
Now
sure.
he has to knock down these free throws.
As his first one bounces off the inside of the rim. And Brewer comes into the game for Plum.
And this is weird.
And
We're
Melosi is going to the bench.
and this is kind of weird. We're usually used to the crowd stomping right now during free throws, and we don't hear that here tonight.
As Porter knocks down his second free throw. Finds Moss inside, blocked there. Rebound by Killinger. Killinger puts it back up. Killinger is dominating right now in the paint with 12.
And it looks like Plum's head coach came in at halftime and told him what they need to do, and that was to play bully ball down low, and that looks like what they're doing here.
Conti's 3-ball, no good. As you see Corey Frick now is going to check into the game at the next stop of play. As here he comes again, Max Killinger. Off a little bit, grabs his own board, and that looked like it was going to be California ball. But
Yeah, that definitely looked like it was off Killinger.
And here comes Corey Frick into the game for Trunzo.
Yeah, and we talked about that. They need to have Corey Frick in just because the size difference that Killinger and number 3 had on Peyton Conti and Matt Trenzo down low.
Yeah, and Corey Frick has been playing beautiful defense today as that ball's thrown a little too far over Moss's head.
And Quandre Porter has been playing a great game offensively and defensively here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And as
Nice shot by Nathan O'Savage there.
Nathan O'Savage's pull-up jumper is good.
And now Nathan Savage is leading and scoring on both teams with 14.
I think he's going to be the key player in this game if California wants to win.
Yeah, he has 14 already, and it's just the third quarter. He has potential to drop a good bit. As Means fun and a block from the back on Killinger from O'Savage. So that was a great pass, great find from Means. And
But even bigger play for Nathan Savage, and that's a good foul.
That
I'm
is
going to
a
give
good
it
foul.
to him.
I don't know if I agree on the foul call, though. It looked like he went up and
Yeah, it looked
blocked
like
it
it was
clean
all
off
ball.
the backboard.
It did, yeah. As Killinger's first free throw is good.
And we always talk about it. These are where games are won here at the free throw line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in these close ones like we see here.
Yeah, as Plum has a chance to go up 5 right now, and they do. So scores 40-35 Plum here with 3 minutes left in the third quarter of this game. Trojans still playing great basketball. It's just Plum came out firing on all cylinders.
Yes.
They started using their bigs a lot more in the start of the second half.
Yeah, they got Killinger involved pretty frequently.
And Melosi got involved too.
As Savage drives in, tries to get blocked, and up and over Killinger there.
I don't know how he got that layup over Killinger right there.
Killinger is 6'5", so he's a big kid. And only being a junior, he has a senior year as 3-ball from Brewer is no good. Means with the rebound, and there's a foul call.
And this is I like this game. This game is definitely something we're not used to calling just from this year. You know, we've called the Lady Trojans games, and all the games they played have been blowouts. So this one for us is very close.
Yeah, you know, it's
and interesting.
It's an exciting game to call. This kind of reminds me of the playoff game for football, where it was just, it was a fun game to call.
Yeah, I totally agree, even though I wasn't calling, but...
Yeah, you were playing.
Yeah.
As Savage finds Frick, and Frick's ball loses his handle and goes out of bounds. So as the Trojans are now down 3 with just a 3-ball would tie the game up. But with this Plum offense, it seems to be tough to slow them down. Plum is really firing on all cylinders with Killinger and battling pretty deep in the paint. And you have Means wide open now in the corner with a steal from Quandre Porter. Quandre Porter 2-on-1. And it's
good
taken
finish
good.
there by number 3, Quandre
with the
Porter.
left hand.
Yeah, Porter's a right hand dominant, and for him to get up with his left like that against 2 players is very good.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all ball by Nathan Savage. Good call by
rebound
the
there
good
by
no call
Frick.
by the ref.
That's Corey Frick there was trying to be a center, and Peyton Conti be the quarterback and just snap him the ball.
Yeah, and I mean Corey Frick has a pretty big tendency from when I played with him last year. He did this thing where he dug his shoulder into opponents to get space, and it worked. He scored plenty of buckets off of it, and it was a very good.
Yeah, Frick is definitely a very smart player when he plays out there, and that's what makes him a great teammate.
Yeah, and as we said before, this is his 4th year of basketball, and for only playing 4 years is pretty good.
What a good pass right there by Hunter Assad.
Finds Conti there in the paint. Conti now with 4 on the board.
Showing off the quarterback skills right there.
As that pass
Good
was
steal by
projected.
Conti.
Frick taking her coast to coast.
Trojans regain the lead.
As you hear Coach Ball call for 1 shot, so Trojans are going to try to run their offense here for 40 seconds and try not to let the Plum defense as Savage.
So close to getting past the 2 defenders and having an easy layup right there.
That was a great play.
And they're going to call that one off Nathan Savage, but it looked like Means hit it out.
That was a great play there from the Trojans. So Frick now is on Favreau.
Yeah,
Seth Favreau.
It looked like Frick has definitely been guarding the 1 through 5 here tonight.
Yeah, as 3 ball from Moss is no good, rolls in and out. And there's the rebound from Killinger. Killinger's bucket's up and good. Killinger on the board now with 16. He's having himself a game.
Yeah, and if I'm Peyton Conti, I'm definitely pushing him around. Killinger doesn't have a lot of size to him at all.
Well,
other than height, but no, he's not built, and if I'm Peyton Conti, I'm pushing him around. You have to be physical down low.
yeah, and I mean, you look at Peyton Conti, you think the same thing we're saying about Killinger, but Peyton Conti.
Yeah, he's definitely a physical player. I've saw
Yeah.
him get physical before, and that's what he has to do.
Yeah, Peyton Conti also being a highly talented baseball player as well. There's a lot of kids that play multiple sports, sometimes even 3, on through our school because our school is so small. Now Plum is a lot different. They're 5A. Their school is probably huge.
And we also want to give a shout out here to Anastasia Jorkagis, who has just now qualified for Whitfields, I think. And congratulations to her if her family or anybody here is watching. Congratulations.
And we would like to thank our sponsors here before we go into the 4th quarter. Title sponsor, Dax Thomas, State Farm Insurance, Lisa Boudet, Attorney at Law, Roswell's, Maple, and Mon Valley Wood Pellets, the Kearns family, and AMD Industries, John and Linda Franco, the Bagaitis family, Solomon Auto Group, Mariscotti Erie Insurance, the Mariscotti Funeral Home, Attorney Mitch Mitchell, Frick's Fan Club. And we have a message from the Frosty Frolic. Get ready for the California Area High School District Foundation annual fundraiser, the Frosty Frolic, but it's looking a little different this year. It's going virtual. Start getting your ideas for video submissions together. More information is coming soon. And a message from the Frick's Fan Club once again. Frick's Fan Club from California, Cranberry, and Arlington, Texas. Go Trojans. So, close game here, 1-point game here. Trojans trailing by 1 now instead of leading by 1. So, this is a tight game with Savage having 16 and Porter having 13.
Yeah, and this is the 4th quarter now. This is where it all comes down. The Trojans and the Mustangs. Who's going to come out on top here?
Yeah, this is crunch time of the basketball game. This is where a lot of timeouts are called, a lot of strategic plays are drawn up that they don't practice every day.
Yes, and the Trojans definitely have to come out firing if they want to come out here and win. And they have to have smart decisions, and they have to have smart plays here and be able to score quick and often.
Also, Coach Balla checked out number 11, Peyton Conti, and put in Matt Trunzo. It's an interesting choice.
Yeah, as Matt Trunzo does kind of have the same size as number 32 there, Milowski.
So now we see Frick down playing on Killinger, and Frick is a very physical player, as you see him face-to-face right there. Trunzo on Milowski as Means tries to drive in, loses the dribble, rebound by Frick.
It's going to be a travel call there on Corey Frick, and that one was kind of tough there to call for the ref. We're all looking at each other up here, and we do not agree.
Yeah, that was it seemed like Frick just kind of fell to the ground, didn't move. But we could be wrong. We could be seeing something else. As Matolo inbounds the ball to Means. And Means trying to find an open guy. Moss for three. It's good. Connor Moss.
That was him doing the old FaceTime with Hunter Assad there as he puts it right in his face.
That is his fourth three-ball tonight, as he has 14 on the board. Savage inside, and foul there. He's going to the line.
Yeah. I hope I don't jinx him here, but Nathan Savage, probably one of the, if not the best free throw shooter on the team, probably this year and last year.
I was just about to add on to that. That is not one player you want to send to the line if you're the Mustangs.
Yeah, especially in tight game situations like this where the Trojans are down 4 as his first one is good. Now make that 3, so, he has a chance to put the Trojans within 2. And he is, like Jaden said, one of the best free throw shooters on the team. As he misses the second one.
And that one was definitely off Killinger there, but I guess Matt Trunzo kind of hit it. But if I could slow it down a little bit.
Nathan Savage didn't agree as we heard him scream.
As Savage down there in the post against Moss. Moss up and over Savage. Moss has a height and looks like a weight difference on Savage there. So it's going to be a tough matchup for him, especially in the post, because Connor Moss had him pinned there as there's a backcourt violation. And you see the Plum bench getting hyped up.
As the refs will try to check and see if Assad got pushed there or if one of the Mustang players touched the ball.
As you see Matolo there reassuring the refs he didn't do anything, and I guess the refs believed it. Yeah, that's always something when you see a player, especially in high school, tell the refs that
Corey Frick's getting it in there with Killinger down in the paint.
As we just said, it's going to be a tough matchup there for Savage as Milowski gets an and one there.
That's a tough matchup for Nathan Savage, height-wise and weight-wise.
And if I'm Nathan Savage, I'm going to be just as frustrated. I'm trying my all here, giving it my all with 17 points, and I can't stop some guy on defense. And it feels like Nathan Savage just has everything on his shoulders.
As his free throw is missed, and Means goes up for a putback and just rolls out of the rim as they're in now a full court press. I'm questioning why Trunzo isn't on Savage drives inside, bucket's good. Savage takes the Trojans within 5 now with 19 on the board. I'm wondering why. I mean, I guess that they really can't. They don't have the size out there at the moment. I was wondering why they didn't have Trunzo on Moss.
And I'm wondering why Peyton Conti is not in right now as well, having no fouls.
And that's a good take right there.
As he slams it off the backboard. Looked like he was going to go for a dunk there. So back, 7-point lead here. As Means and Porter square off. And Means playing tight defense. And Porter's pass is thrown out of bounds.
As Assad is trying to say number 4 there, Matolo touched it.
As Conti checks in here for Trunzo.
And this is the starting 5 the Trojans need to keep in this game. No offense to Matt Trunzo, but it's not him. It's just the size that they need in right now.
As Milowski's ball misses by just a hair, and That's going to Plum.
And I do not agree there. That was
me
not
either.
Nathan Savage did not touch the ball whatsoever.
And Nathan Savage is giving the ref a piece of his mind.
Peyton Connie ran back. He thought they were on offense.
Means 3-ball, no good. A little too hard there. Rebound. And Killinger's going to the line now. So you see the Trojans are really, really struggling here.
Yeah, but there are a lot of bad calls here against them, and I feel for them. I've been in that situation before. You know, we had a football playoff game against Cornell, and everybody knows how that game went.
Yeah, and I mean, I think all three of us have been in that position where the refs are calling against us. It seems like it's us versus the refs.
Yes.
As the rebound there, free throw is no good there, and timeout taken by Plum.
No, they thought that was a 1-on-1, but no, that was just a regular free throw.
Oh, okay. All right, so I thought there was a timeout taken. I don't know. Just a little confusion there. As the Trojans are down 7 with 5:24 left here to go. And second free throw is no good. Put back, no good there from Means, and Moss gets the board and puts it back up, so that extends the lead to 9 now.
And that's now 20 for Moss, and him and Nathan Savage have been trading bucket for bucket almost.
As Hunter Assad there squaring up his defender there, Matolo. And if you're the Trojans, you kind of want to get some quick buckets here. Time goes pretty quick in these clutch moments. But they also want to take a very good shot. As a Savage in corner 3. It's good.
That is now 22 for senior Nathan Savage.
As he pulls the arrow and then strokes the guitar for a celebration.
And we know
Savage with 22.
Yeah, we know Savage to be that type of player. He's very cocky, and that's good.
But he's the type
they
of
need
player,
all the confidence they can right now.
Yes, absolutely. But he's the type of player that can be cocky because his skills can back it up. As there's a foul on Hunter Assad.
He didn't.
He does not agree with that one.
No, he literally was just walking with him in the
It
corner.
looked like Moss tripped over Porter's shoes.
As Matolo there at bottom of their hoop, taking it out. Finds Means. They're tipped by a Savage. Finds Killinger inside. Porter seemed like he had to have the one. Deep 3 from Moss, and it's good.
And we talked about it. Him and Nathan Savage are just trading bucket for bucket. As you see, he just matched Nathan Savage for a 3.
Absolutely, as that brings Plum's lead back to 9. We will be right back after this 30-second timeout, ladies and gentlemen. And we are back now after that quick timeout. Hunter Assad with the ball there. Moss guarding him pretty tightly. As the Mustangs have a 9-point lead now here on the Trojans. So three-pointers to put them back into this game, but they also need to stop the Plum offense.
Yeah, and Connor Moss has just been shooting lights out here tonight.
He's only missed maybe two three-pointers. As there's a little bit of congestion there. Conti goes up, and he's going to the line for 2 as there's a foul. Look to be on Moss.
Two big free throws coming up right now for Conti.
Conti, again, one of the better free throw shooters on this team, only being his second year playing basketball. He's honestly just a natural athletic talent.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
He's definitely a good shooter as well.
This first one is good, you know, as number 0 William Brewer in number 13 for his first time in this game, Adam Katavis.
Interesting move right there by Coach Aaron Ball, taking out Quandre Porter and putting in Matt Trunzo. I'd say it had something to do with the size differential, getting a bigger body in Trunzo.
As his second one rolls out of the rim, and
Payne Conti almost got his own rebound there.
Brewer there with the board. And Katavis takes the ball up the floor. And Katavis and a Savage matching up there. And Means finds Brewer. Means wide open three, almost took it though.
That's a travel.
And there's a walk there by
Yeah, if it wasn't a walk, that was definitely a charge.
yeah, that was a good take there by Frick. With 3 minutes left here, pretty tight game, 8-point game, couple buckets will put them back in it, but they need to stop this defense, as that almost was a reach-in foul there from Means. Frick looking for that back door. As there's a wide one-on-one, Brewer and Matt, and that's good for the layup, and that extends the lead to 10.
Aaron, that was just bad offense there by Corey Frick, as he did not want to have any business with the ball.
Yeah, and there's a foul there from Means. As
California's going to need a big play on offense.
Definitely, and that's going to have to be senior number 12, Nathan the Savage, who we talked about here all night.
Savage is 22. If, fate of the universe on the line, give me a Savage to shoot the game-winning three. he's just a lights-out shooter.
Kind of remind me, who said that before? Max Kellerman or something like that said he wanted an Iguodala.
Yeah,
but no, here tonight we want O Savage.
That's where I got that from. As
and there's our Savage right there. Not Iguodala, though.
No, definitely not. But still, definitely give me Nathan the Savage to take the game-winning shot if I had the chance.
As it looks like Plum here is going to try to run the clock out. Means drives in on Conti, up and in, so that extends the lead now to 12. This lead is just getting almost out of hand here for the Trojans. 4 threes will put them back into it, but they do not have a solution for the firing Plum offense.
No, not
or the
at
Plum
all.
defense at all. They haven't had a point since that O Savage 3 a couple minutes ago.
Well, Conti's free throw.
Yeah. Well,
That's about it. But
But yeah, we're still in it here, but definitely Nathan Savage or Peyton Conti or even Quandre Porter have to hit a big shot here if the Trojans want to get a spark offensively.
yeah, for sure. And I mean, as Coach Aaron Balla, what would you guys be telling your team right now?
I'd probably be telling him he's probably going over some kind of offensive play that they need to get someone open to hit a shot. They just need some offensive momentum, which they don't have right now.
And definitely, I agree with you. But if I'm Coach Aaron Ball, I'm telling them get the ball in either Nathan or Peyton's hands and let them do what they do best. And defensively, I'm telling them you guys have to be aggressive. And I would have been telling them that all game long. They have to be aggressive if they want to win.
Yeah, I mean, and you got Trunzo in there now, substituted for Porter. With 1:50 here left on the clock, Trojans down 12. Again, 4 threes will put them back into this game, but that is easier said than done. As Assad finds Trunzo. Trunzo's struggling there. Assad stuck in the corner. Corner 2 is good.
That's his second field goal of the game.
Yeah, and that's not like Hunter Assad, who dropped almost 20 last game against Monessen and only has 4 here tonight, so it's a little bit of a slow start for him. And
Yeah.
we even saw that with Monessen transfer Kendall Weston, her second game. She only had like 8 compared to the 20 she dropped the night before.
Yeah, and I mean, that's maybe that's us talking about him. I don't know. Maybe we jinxed him. I don't know. But Assad only having 4 points is not like him.
California Trojans are going to have to play some tight defense here, and I always say in a game like this, they got to pull a Tracy McGrady if they want to come back and win.
I think you said that. every game we've done.
Except for the Lady Trojans playing the Lady Mikes. That was just a runaway game for them.
No, I think you said it in that game too.
Oh, my apologies then.
As
They
we
would have
told
needed Michael Jordan to play for them then. The Lady Mikes were down huge. And this
as Tarasi Means and Quandre Porter are matching up there.
This is a good game for the California Trojans here, who have probably the game for the section against Fraser Friday night. So this is a good practice for them, even though this is a non-section game.
Yeah, this exposes them to one height, two more physical teams.
Yes.
Because teams now, in the section they play in, you're not going to see teams with some kid who's 6'5", or some power forward as Malosi is, who's beef, and he can get into the paint.
Yeah, definitely agree. And Fraser doesn't have anybody that compares to Plum size here.
Fraser has Luke Santo, Owen Newcomer, and a few others.
And Isaac Thomas, who's a three-point shooter, and he kind of reminds me a little bit of our own Quandre Porter.
Yeah, for sure. Me and you had the chance to play him in middle school, and we kind of, as that ball goes through Quandre Porter's hands.
And he had some Butterfingers on his hands for that play.
He has a case of the Butterfingers, as many did last night at the girls' game.
Yeah.
That one was just launched.
And that kind of reminds me of why I never passed it to Porter during football season a little bit.
And Conti's got the line for two.
Conti's going to need to make both of these shots.
Yeah, with 58 seconds left, they're down by 10. That's not good.
Believe this game is still in reach for them.
Oh, no doubt. But like I always say, Tracy McGrady.
As Conti's first is good.
And thank you to everybody who's watching and tuning in right now tonight. We're just trying to give you guys a show here.
Yeah, definitely was a show tonight.
Yeah,
these two teams came to play.
Yeah, this was definitely a good game for us. And this was just a nice show as well for senior Nathan Savage and Connor Moss. Yeah. Connor Moss with 23 points and Nathan Savage with 22.
Connor Moss really was pulling up from downtown.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, he had 4 3-pointers tonight.
Yeah, so he was pulling up from deep today. As Matolo's at the line for a 1-on-1. First one's good, so he's going to have a second. And that is very bad for the Trojans there, because that now will, if he makes the second one, that will extend the lead to 9 once again, or 10. I apologize.
If you're the Trojans, even if you lose this game, you have to be more than happy with your performance, because I don't think anyone even expected it to be this close of a game in the first place.
As Porter's 3 ball is off the mark.
It looked like Porter was just launching that up there.
As they're trying to foul Connor Moss, and Rex is not calling it. Nathan Savage is all over him.
Yeah, and that's not one person you want to foul right now, especially how hot he's been tonight from deep.
I'd probably say if Moss can nail these 2 last free throws, that might put the Trojans away.
Yeah, that's definitely still the game.
That's the nail in the coffin, boys. But this game here reminds me a lot of the Ringgold game last year, where Nick Pecan took over in the fourth quarter.
Chris Pecan.
Oh, Chris Pecan.
Yeah, after Malik Ramsey held him to like 1 point or something all game, and then fourth quarter came around and Chris Pecan just was lights out from any place on the court.
Yeah, and they ended up beating California by, I think, 12 last year. So that's about where they're on track right now. So this was a very great game for California, as Savage brings it in there. And
good finish there by senior Nathan Savage.
With a little finger roll.
Looks like Savage has a cramp. He's down on the, as he said, yeah, I heard him say it's a cramp. So he'll be stretched out by our trainer, Katie.
Katie Tomato.
Hopefully Nathan Savage is good to get back into this game. They definitely need him, as he made another big bucket to get his 24th point of the night.
Is that a career high for him?
I think that is a career high for Nathan Savage tonight.
So, yes, congratulations to senior number 12, Nathan Savage, as he hops off the court.
Nathan Savage, you know, with Malik Ramsey last year, we haven't seen his full potential. You know, him and Malik kind of tried to share the spotlight last year.
Yeah, Malik Ramsey was obviously the number 1 guy on that team last year, and Nathan Savage and Jane were right behind him. And
Cochise Ryan.
Yeah, and Cochise Ryan was huge for that team last year defensively.
Yeah, now Cochise did struggle last year a good bit, especially shooting, but he definitely was a big defensive player.
Yes, and I'm excited to see how this California team will do throughout the rest of the season, and single A playing against a 5A school and keeping up with them.
I think the Fraser game on Friday is going to be a good one. So if you guys want to watch that, tune in here to Trojan TV at 7 p.m.
If California plays like this, if they come out how they played against Plum tonight against Fraser, I take California.
I'd take California big.
Yeah, I take California winning a section if they come out and play like this.
Yeah, and that's definitely going to be for the section there, as California already knocked off Monessen, and if they knock off Carmichael's and Fraser, they're definitely the top dogs.
Yeah, and Carmichael's is a pretty solid, sound team, as well as Fraser and California.
Yeah, and they have Chris Barish, who plays alongside with Rodney Gallagher for AAU, and if nobody knows who Rodney Gallagher is, they play on the same Fayette Finest team together, and yeah, Rodney Gallagher is I think he's a 4-star now for basketball.
Yeah, Rodney Gallagher coming out of Laurel Highlands. He played with Bronny James,
Mikey Williams.
Yeah, Mikey Williams,
who are all top players in the class of 2023.
Porter's 3-ball, no good.
And that's a push on Plum, but they missed it.
As that looked like it was just like
Corey Frick has to be mad after that, getting pushed, then the ball thrown at him.
Yeah, Corey Frick seems a little furious about that one.
And that's probably going to sum up the rest of this game after that turnover right there.
So the Trojans definitely did not play a bad game.
No, and this is definitely how nobody expected them to come out and play the way they did tonight.
As Connor Moss and strange a 3 from way downtown.
Yeah, that kid was pulling up from curry range there.
Connor Moss dropping looks like going to be game high 26 points for the Mustangs. Pretty incredible game for him. I'm pretty sure he actually dropped a 30-point game a couple weeks ago.
As Caden Powell checks into the game here.
For number 25, Corey Frick.
Yeah, Frick just looks to be a little frustrated, so I would get him off too before you end up losing your big man for a game or so if he does commit another foul or something, or get a flagrant or get ejected from the game. But now subbing in is Caden Powell, who we also got the chance to play with. He's a good player, and he's definitely a team player, and he's going to have a bright future as well.
As he gets the ball right here, what's he going to do?
And he's just going to let the clock run out. So that is it for tonight's game, ladies and gentlemen. Sadly, the California Trojans lost here at home 54-66 to the 5A Plum Mustangs. So while it was a loss, it was a good game. They played very sound team basketball, Yes. They just struggled in the second half.
And if I'm the California Trojans, I will take this with me the whole season, and I will improve from this game, because this was a very great game, and nobody expected the California Trojans to come out the way they did and keep up with a 5A school. And they were so close. They just had to stop the aggressiveness by Plum's bigs and stop the shooting from Connor Moss.
Now, Teresi Means only had 9 points. And I think all 3 of us were expecting him to have more watching him in warm-ups. He looked like an elite player.
Yeah, we saw him dunking here in warm-ups before the refs came, but another good game by Nicholas Killinger, who had 16 on the night.
And along with Quandre Porter, who had 13. And, so I think the Trojans need to take this and learn from it.
Yes, definitely.
They played a very great game, I would say, and that right there is section that will contend the section, and that will contend playoffs.
Oh yes, most definitely, and they have to take this into Fraser. And like we all said here, if they play like this against Fraser, I take California big, and I take Nathan O'Savage. Last shot of the game, no matter who, or Quandre Porter.
Laser beams pointed at Earth. I take O'Savage. That's a Max Kellerman reference, ladies and gentlemen. But that is all tonight for this basketball game. We thank you guys.
Oh, wait, hey, Jay, do you like to say anything before we sign off here?
Yeah, I'd just like to say the Trojans played a fantastic game tonight. Maybe they weren't able to pull it through at the end with the very big and strong Plum Mustangs, but go Trojans.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, okay, so that is all for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you all for tuning in, and be sure to come back Friday night for when the Trojans end up playing Fraser Commodores for the section.